The fungi constitute a unique kingdom of heterotrophic organisms. They show a great diversity in morphology and habitat. You must have seen fungi on moist bread and rotten fruits. The common mushroom you eat and the toadstools are also fungi. White spots seen on mustard leaves are due to parasitic fungus. Some unicellular fungi, example yeast, are used to make bread and beer. Other fungi cause diseases in plants and animals. Wheat rust causing Puccinia is an important example. Some are the sources of antibiotics, example penicillium. Fungi are cosmopolitan and occur in air, water, soil, and on animals and plants. They prefer to grow in warm and humid places. Have you ever wondered why we keep food in refrigerator? Yes, it is to prevent food from going bad due to bacterial or fungal infections. With the exception of yeast, which are unicellular, fungi are filamentous. Their bodies consist of long, slender, thread-like structures called hyphae. The network of hyphae is known as mycelium. Some hyphae are continuous tubes filled with multinucleated cytoplasm. These are called cenocytic hyphae. Others have septae or cross walls in their hyphae. The cell walls of fungi are composed of chitin and polysaccharides. Most fungi are heterotrophic and absorb soluble organic matter from dead substrates and hence are called saprophytes. Those that depend on living plants and animals are called parasites. They can also live as symbionts in association with algae as lichens and with roots of higher plants as mycorrhiza. Reproduction in fungi can take place by vegetative means, fragmentation, fission, and budding. Asexual reproduction is by spores called conidia or sporangiospore or zoospores. And sexual reproduction is by oospores, ascospores, and basidiospores. The various spores are produced in distinct structures called fruiting bodies. The sexual cycle involves the following three steps. 1. Fusion of protoplasms between two motile or non-motile gametes called plasmogamy. Fusion of two nuclei called karyogamy. Meiosis in zygote resulting in haploid spores. When a fungus reproduces sexually, two haploid hyphae of compatible mating types come together and fuse. In some fungi, the fusion of two haploid cells immediately results in diploid cells, 2N. However, in other fungi, Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, an intervening dikaryotic stage, 2 nuclei per cell occurs. Such a condition is called a dikaryote and the phase is called dikaryophase of fungus. Later, the parental nuclei fuse and the cells become diploid. The fungi form fruiting bodies in which reduction division occurs, leading to formation of haploid spores. The morphology of mycelium, mode of spore formation, and the fruiting bodies form the basics for the division of kingdom into various classes. Members of Phycomycetes are found in aquatic habitats and on decaying wood in moist and damp places or as obligate parasites on plants. The mycelium is aseptate and cenocytic. Asexual reproduction takes place by motile zoospores or by non-motile aplanospores. These spores are endogenously produced in sporangium. A zygospore is formed by fusion of two gametes. These gametes are similar in morphology, isogamous or dissimilar, anisogamous or oogamous. Some common examples are mucor, rhizopus, and albugo. Rhizopus, the bread mold. Albugo, the parasitic fungi on mustard. Mycetes, commonly known as sac fungi. The ascomycetes are mostly multicellular, example penicillium, or rarely unicellular, example yeast. Saccharomyces. They are saprophytic, decomposers, parasitic, or copropylous, growing on dung. Mycelium is branched and septate. The asexual spores are conidia, produced exogenously on special mycelium called conidiophore. Conidia on germination produce mycelium. Sexual spores are called ascospores, which are produced endogenously in sac-like asci, singular ascus. These asci are arranged in different types of fruiting bodies called ascocarps. Some examples are aspergillus, claviceps, and neurospora. Neurospora is used extensively in biochemical and genetic work. Many members like morels and truffles are edible and are considered delicacies. Commonly known forms of basidiomycetes are mushrooms, bracket fungi, or puffballs. They grow in soil, on logs and tree stumps, and in living plant bodies as parasites, example rust and smuts. The mycelium is branched and septate. The asexual spores are generally not found, but vegetative reproduction by fragmentation is common. The sex organs are absent, but plasmogamy is brought by fusion of two vegetative or somatic cells of different strains of genotypes. The resultant structure is dikaryotic, which ultimately gives rise to basidium. Karyogamy and meiosis takes place in the basidium, producing 4 basidiospores. The basidiospores are exogenously produced on basidium, plural basidia. The basidia are arranged in fruiting bodies called basidiocarp. Some common members are Agaricus, Ustilago, Puccinia. Here, Agaricus is mushroom, Ustilago smut, and Puccinia rust fungi. Deuteromycetes are commonly known as imperfect fungi because only the asexual or vegetative phases of these fungi are known. When the sexual forms of these fungi were discovered, they were moved into classes they rightly belonged to. It is also possible that the asexual and vegetative stage have been given one name and placed under Deuteromycetes, and the sexual stage another, and placed under another class. Later, when the linkages were established, the fungi were correctly identified and moved out of Deuteromycetes. Once sexual stages of members of Deuteromycetes were discovered, they were often moved to Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes. The Deuteromycetes reproduce only by asexual spores known as conidia. The mycelium is septate and branched. Some members are saprophytes or parasites, while a large number of them are decomposers of litter and help in mineral recycling. Some examples are Alternaria, Collectrotrichum, and Trichoderma.